Hello and welcome back to another video with me, Lemon Slice. Today we're doing a build tutorial, and today's build is going to be a blacksmith house slash shop. Hopefully this build is useful for your Minecraft world, and without further ado, let's get into the materials needed for today's build. So go ahead and pause on each of these three screens. It's going to show you some things that you need for the build. And guys, if you want to make this 1.17 friendly, replace the blackstone with deep slate and replace some of the stone with things like tough and other new blocks. And one last thing, guys, if you'd like to watch survival Minecraft, you can watch me on my brand new SMP, The Society of Creation. Episode 4 has just come out, and episode 5 will be coming out this week, where we get into some huge building projects. So go check that out if you're interested. But without further ado, if you're here for the tutorial, let's get into it. Real quick, guys, I know it says 1.17 in the title, so I want to explain myself here just to show you what it would look like. This is what it would look like if you used the 1.17 blocks like the deep slate and the tough instead of cobblestone and blackstone. There is a reason I didn't do the video in this. It's because, honestly, I prefer the blackstone over the deep slate, and that's just a personal preference at the moment because I feel like the deep slate's a little bit too gray, and the black looks better when contrasting with the gray down here. And I think if you want to build with the 1.17 blocks, I would definitely do this. It's just for the tutorial, I am not in 1.17. I hope you can forgive me and not get any harsh comments about it not being 1.17, because here we go. This is the 1.17 version of the house. If you want to do it right here, just instead of cobblestone, use tough, and instead of blackstone, use deep slate and deep slate walls and stuff like that. So there we go, guys. A little bit of an explanation, and I hope that was helpful. So let's get into it, guys, and I just want to say I'm going to refer to this as stone, but what it's really going to be is a combination of stone bricks and cobblestone. And if you're in 1.17 wanting to use some of those new blocks, replace one of these two with tough, or just add it in with a third randomized. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, and we're going to punch out that middle one, and then we're going to go, counting this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're just going to connect both of these sides up like this, and then what we're going to do is bring this up 2, 3, 4 tall, and now we're going to go all the way across this whole thing, and it's all going to be filled up 4 blocks tall. Now it's not just going to be stone brick. Again, it's going to be completely random. So as you build this, make sure you're randomizing the blocks just like this, and we're going to go all the way around randomizing this right here. And with your walls fully randomized and built all the way up, we can cap off this right here, and we can put in our door. On the inside of the house is where we want to place it, just like this. And what we want to do is this. We want to put a stair right above it like that, a stone brick stair or a cobblestone stair. And I didn't include that in the material list. I do apologize, but yeah, just a quick stair right there, or you could just leave it as a block if you don't have a stair. Now to continue the entrance decoration, we're going to put a blackstone wall on either side with a fence on top of each of those. We're then going to cap that off with a stair on top of each and a slab right above both of those. And there we go. We have a little entrance archway into the house. And now, guys, we're going to bring our attention over to this right side over here. And what we're going to do is come 2 blocks in from the side and punch out that right there. And we're going to put a slab just underneath it. We're then going to put a trapdoor on either side, just like this, and then pop in 2 glass panes right there. Finally, to cap it off, we're going to put a gate right there and open it up. Now, we're going to come over here to this side, count 2 blocks in, and break out this one, and do the exact same design. I'll do it one more time just to make sure you have it under control and you understand what you're supposed to do, and then the gate right there. And then what we're going to do is pop a lantern or a potted plant, whichever you prefer, on both of these. Continuing the build, we're going to start on the roof. So what we're going to do here is come to this side over here and put a stair here and out one, just like that, as you see there. And we can break that one over there, and then we're going to go underneath it, and then a stair on top, and then another stair underneath it, just like that. Finally, what we're going to do is we're going to place a spruce plank on top of here. I'm just going to do 2 slabs because I don't have the planks on me. And then we're going to do a stair once again. And then we're going to leave it there just for a moment, because now we're going to do the other side. Now, for the other side, it's a little bit different. What we're going to do is start with this upside down stair right here. And we're actually going to place another upside down stair on it, just like that. So as you can see there, it's the same as this side, just that one's facing down. This one's facing up like that. So once you have that, then you can continue the same pattern, just like this, and then upside down, and then the plank on top of it with a stair. And then finally at the very top where these connect, you're going to put a stair upside down, and then a plank on top, and a stair on the very top, just like that. Excuse me, you're actually not going to put a stair right there. You're just going to leave the top just like that. I'm sorry. And now, guys, we're actually going to do the same exact thing we just did, but mirrored on this opposite side. So we're going to have the upside down there, and this side's going to be the other way. So that's how it's going to start on this side facing in, and then just remember the same exact pattern. You can even look over on the other side to copy it from there. So just like this, the planks on top, again, I'm using slabs because I don't have the planks in my inventory at the moment. Sorry for being not prepared, but there we go. We got the plank on top and we have the outline for the roof done. And finally, guys, make sure you just fill in the little gap that is right here. You can see I just put in these 4 little blocks on both sides to fill that in. Again, randomized with stone bricks and cobblestone or whatever 1.17 blocks you're using. But now, guys, we're going to come to this side once again, and we're going to place slabs right here all the way across just above this stair, just on the upper part, just like that. There we go. And then we're going to come up here and put a trapdoor on every other starting like that. Here we go. So you should have 4 right across the top. And now we're going to start putting in the roof. So get out your black stone. So to start, we're going to come here where this stair is, and we're just going to go with a line straight across of blackstone, just like that. Super, super simple. We're going to come up here and 1 on this block and 1 on this stair, and then go straight across with 2 tall blackstone all the way across. And finally, to top it off, you can guess it, we're going to put blackstone straight across just like that. And now we have one side of the roof fully filled in, but first we're going to pop in a little window to make it just a little bit nicer. So come to the very middle of the roof right here, which is going to be right in between these windows. Right here is the very middle, and place a block on either side of the middle, just like that. Next, we're going to put a stair on top of each of those, and then we're going to put a slab back here and right there. Those are going to be the 2 places for the slabs. You can punch out these 2 blackstone blocks and save them for the other side of the roof, and then you're just going to toss in some glass right there, and there is your little window, and this side of the build is done. So now we're going to bring our attention to the other side. But first, guys, we're making a pit stop on the back of the building because we're going to put in another window here. So what we're going to do is come to the very middle, as you can expect, and we're going to pop out 1, 2, 3 this time, fill it up with glass. Then we're going to put a slab and a trapdoor on either side, and again, either a lantern or a potted plant on there. And then we're going to put a gate on the top one and the middle one and open both those up, and that is going to be the little decoration window for the very back of the building. And again, pop a lantern on there. Now we will turn our attention to this empty side over here, and what we're going to do for this, guys, is a little bit different. So grab your blackstone, and we're going to go to this stair right here, and we're going to go bring it all the way across, 3 on this side and 3 on this side, and we're going to leave these 3 middle ones open for right now. Bring it up here, and these 2 go straight all the way across with these 2 all the way over till you connect with the other part of the roof, and boom, there we go. Next, we're going to grab our slabs once again, and we're going to go on top of this upside down stair actually, and go straight across, but stop here as well. And then same on this side, bring it up 1 and straight across, leave that little gap in the middle. We're going to come right here to this front stair and bring it down just half a block. And this one we are going to bring all the way across just like this. And now, guys, what we're going to do is put a trapdoor on every other once again on this. So every other slab right here is going to get a trapdoor on it. Boom, all the way to the end. And there we go. Next, we're going to come underneath and we're going to pop another slab just like this. And you're going to have to break this one, unfortunately, and replace it just like that. It should be super simple. And this one is going to go all the way across to the other side. And then we're going to bring it down one more time, just like this. Break that and bring it straight across. And you guessed it, this one is now also going to get trapdoors on every other, just as that one did. So we're going to go on every other slab and place a trapdoor. Super simple. And I'm going to pause right here if you need to pause the video and make sure you're doing it right. I'll get both angles right here, and then yeah, just make sure you're getting everything lined up the right way. Now we're going to finish this off by placing another slab underneath, breaking that and replacing it. Sorry, you have to do that. And then we're going to go straight across, and that'll be the final layer to that part of the roof. And what we're going to do to bring it down into the ground is we're going to use a fence, which we need to grab from right here, and a blackstone wall. So put your fence on the very corner like that, and the blackstone wall right underneath it. And we're going to come over to this end and do the exact same thing. So a fence and a wall right there. And then we're going to use our gates. So from here, go 1, 2, 3 gates. And then on the other side, do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. And then place a wall on the end of either of those. And we're going to place a gate in the very middle right there. Now, on this end, we're going to do a similar thing. 1, 2, 3 gates and a wall. Now, you can see this doesn't quite connect into the house properly, so you can add either another wall or something else to fill in that space. But honestly, I think you could just leave it open like that. It's not a big deal. Nothing can slip through there. But there we go. That part is done. So let's finish off the very tip of the roof now. And up here, we're going to do something very similar to what we just did. So what we're actually going to do is place a wall, a fence on top, and a chain on top of that. Now we're going to go 1, 2, 3 gates in the middle right there, and then place a wall right there with a fence on top of it. Now we're going to place a gate and then another wall with a fence, and then 1, 2, 3 gates, and then we're going to do the same thing that we did over there: wall, fence, and chain. And that'll be the tip of the roof done. It makes it look really fancy and nice. I really like this design, and hopefully that's super easy. So I'll do a quick fly around if you need it, just to make sure everything is in place, because next we're going to be finishing it off. Excuse me for my words. We're going to be finishing it off with a big chimney and furnace in the bottom. So let's bring ourselves in here with our bricks and granite in hand, and what we're going to do is find the very middle, which is right here. And what you can do is put a brick on either side of the middle, and then we're going to put a brick stair on both sides of this, on either side. Here we go, boom, like that. And then your fire is going to go in the very middle, so you can put that in now or later. But what we're going to do is go granite on either side here, and then upside down brick stairs right here, and then finally 2 brick pieces right there. We're also going to toss 1 granite slab right there, and let me grab my flint and steel real quick so I can light this up. Boom, there we go. And make sure fire spread is off so you don't burn down your house. Coming up here to the top of the build, we are just going to place in some bricks real quick. So what we're going to do is brick on either side right here, and actually you can save some materials here if you want to just get rid of those and replace it with blackstone or something, but I'm just going to fill that in real quick. And then what we're going to do is up here, we're going to go with a brick on either side, and then we're going to go granite right here. And this is kind of randomized, so keep in mind the count from the material list may be just a little bit off with these bricks and granite things. So just basically you're trying to randomize this, but then what we're going to do is put a granite piece on top of that, and then another granite piece over here with a a brick there. And then what we're going to do is put another granite piece right, a brick and then a granite piece. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit jumbled up, it's kind of confusing here. But then we're going to go bricks right here, and then 2 more bricks right there, and then granite. I keep messing that up. Granite, brick, and then we're going to wait just a second because we're going to come back down here. Place a wall right here, and right here, and then we're going to place a chain on top of that. And I'm sorry that got a little bit messy, guys, but I'll pause right here so you can take a look at exactly what you want to do, and I'll show you from each side. I do apologize. It's a little bit hard to explain this build. Now to finish off the top of this, we're just going to put 2 granite walls with our campfire on top of that. Now we're going to surround this campfire with trapdoors. Doesn't have to be spruce, but that's what I would go for because it matches the rest of the build. And then finally, you're going to look down and place a granite wall in the very middle right there. And boom, there we go. Chimney done and house almost done. And the final piece, guys, is a couple of barrels. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 on the very top like that, and then you can put a lantern wherever you want. But there we go, super nice. There's just a few little things you can do to fix it up and really polish off the build. And you can see over here at the original build, what I would do is add in some kind of stone flooring all the way around, especially in here with the furnace. A little stone flooring can go a long way. Add a little path up to the door maybe, and then maybe even some custom trees and leaves around it. But guys, that will be the end of the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, and if you build this in your world, please send it to me over on my Instagram. The link is below. It's lemonsliceyt. If you want to send me the picture of the build, make sure I can download it so I can repost it on my Instagram to give you a little bit of a shout out. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of the video, and if you enjoyed today's content, consider subscribing if you're not already, and make sure you go check out the SMP. I put a lot of work into those episodes, and it's so much fun over there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. It's been Lemon Slice. I'll see ya.